Yo, it's Guido coming at you with another best of, and we are on the Tier 9 light tanks. What is the best currently Tier 9 light tank in the game? I think the answer is going to surprise you a little bit. I think the answer is going to surprise you a little bit. It does surprise me. It surprised me a little. It does, it doesn't. It does, and it doesn't. And we'll go over that in just a minute. What is the best? Let's take a look at the numbers, guys, and I'll tell you how I came to my ranking, and then we'll talk about that tank and the runner-up. Here is the list. There are no reward tanks for light tanks at Tier 9, so it's purely tech tree tanks. You got to love that, actually. Now we're just talking about tanks everybody can get. There is no gate or guard or fence to keep you from getting any of these light tanks at Tier 9. We're going to sort them initially by Win 8, and you can see the 1390 and the G-SOAR at the top. These are the two that are going to vie for the #1 spot through all of this. I will admit that to some extent I have made up the rules as I've gone along. We are going to use every one of these stats from Win 8 all the way to spots. I think spots are germane to some extent for light tanks, although you can increase those by YOLOing. However, if you're talking about all the people who play these tanks, that's a pretty good indication of its early spotting. Whether that's great or not, depends on the match. All right, but we are going to use all of them because it's my ranking system, and I'll make the rules as I want to. All right. We'll talk about it and why I actually did what I did by using all of them. 1390 is #1. Again, Win 8, individual tank, yada yada. Not the greatest thing either. Any one of these taken in a vacuum, I think, is a bad idea. For determining, air quotes, the best. It's also difficult to take all of them to get, you know what I'm saying? So whatever, it's stats or stats, all that good stuff. But it's what we've got. Win rate, we've got the G-SOAR jumping into #1. That was a bit of a surprise, to be honest. Not by a whole lot, but it's #1. 1390 to second. DPG, 1390, the lightweight makes a appearance, and the G-SOAR drops down to third, which, think about that. The G-SOAR does not have a particularly high average DPM, but it's #3 in light tanks in DPG. That is interesting. Why is that, I wonder? We'll get to that. Frags, we've got 1390 lightweight, then the G-SOAR in third, so nothing changes there in the damage. The damage ratio, this does have something to do with hit points, obviously, but G-SOAR jumps up to 2. Kill to death, G-SOAR second. Survival, ooh, G-SOAR #1. By 24% to 19. That is a full 5% more than the 1390. Do you know when a light tank is the most dangerous and is able to secure a win the most? That's right, mid to late game, and you have to survive to get there. I think the survival for light tanks and win rates are very closely correlated. Spots, G-SOAR #2, and the EBR makes an appearance, the wheelie tank, with RU as second, and the 1390 goes all the way down to last because it's not a particularly fast tank. So it is not really a huge surprise that it's sitting down there in last place on spots. So the standard technique of counting up the placings, and whichever tank comes out with the lowest or smallest amount, of number, least number, something, I don't know. And it's really between the G-SOAR and the 1390, as you can tell from those numbers. Guess what? They both come up with 16. But here's how I, the nut cutter that I use, or here's how I made the determination between the two. The G-SOAR has a better win rate, and it's got better spots. In addition to that, the 1390 drops all the way down to last in spots. Now, if you take out spots, the G-SOAR, or the 1390 wins by quite a bit. But I told you it's my rules, and I'm doing it the way that I want to do it. So I am prioritizing, I'm weighting win rate. It is a nebulous weight, all right? I don't have any numbers to give you. It's just the way I want to weight it. Let's talk about the G-SOAR, though, in terms of what I was talking about earlier as far as a surprise. To me, it's a surprise it's even that close, to be honest. We'll see how the game goes with the G-SOAR. I may jump in the 1390. Maybe you'll get both games. We'll see how long this video is going. But the G-SOAR was panned, as was the whole line for the British light tanks. And they are occupying some of the top spots, as we have seen at Tier 8. Not so much at Tier 7, but Tier 8, it's actually pretty good with the LHMTV. And I'm calling it for the G-SOAR at Tier 9, which is a little bit of a surprise to me because I thought it was maybe the worst of the line when it came out. In fact, I may have said that when I was doing my video, but it has turned out to be quite good. One thing that does have to be mentioned, though, is that the 1390 is played more than the G-SOAR. The G-SOAR is the second to last with number of games. The 1390 at 63,000 and the G-SOAR at 21,000. So there is a little bit of that going on as well. As we've noted before on this series, statistics are statistics, and you can torture them until they say whatever you want them to say. I'm running a CVS. I've got optics. I have a low noise exhaust. I've got 6 APCR, the rest standard AP, and some HE, and I am running food. I have a decent crew. 4 skills for the leader, working on 5th, or for the commander, and 3 skills working on the 4th for the other 2, who are the exact same person, Captain O'Brien. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the salient points as far as concealment. That gets me to a 39.68. Not quite LHM TV or ELC or Manicore levels, but not bad. This is a very small tank and can fit into small bushes. And I've got 481 view range with the setup that I've got. So let's check out a game with the mighty G-SOAR. And maybe we'll run in and get ourselves a 1390 game. I do need to change that. That is an old setup. I still have a camo note on that, which is pretty funny. All right, here we go. Okay, this is the game. We got a decent scout map. We are sitting on Steps, Himmelsdorf. I tried to actually back out because I wanted to go put a camo directive to help the camo just a little bit. Unfortunately, I was not fast enough and we got dumped into the game. So I would run a camo directive on this in order to maximize the camo. Now, so we're running against an EBR. So this is the old wheelie. We got 2 EBRs. Nope, they've got a 13105. So we've got an EBR 105. They've got the 90 and the aforementioned 13 series there. I'm going to actually go into the middle and see what kind of spottage I can do here. There's a bush right here that can get you some pretty good spots. You want to try to maximize being able to get into that without being seen. So I will hug this side in case the wheel tank comes raging through the middle right there. And then we'll take a peek here. There we go. So we caught the 13105 crossing. There's the mouse. We get a little bit of spotting off of that. That's nice. And do we see this guy? We do not. A little bit amazed he's not seeing me. So there he is. So he's getting beat up pretty good. That's not bad. Their wheel tank is over there. He takes a hit, but that's no spotting for me. And we get a little bit more. So if we get this dude down to a one-shot, I will try to kill him and back out of this. Looks like the ST1's lost his mind and gone up the middle. There he is, so he's down to a one-shot. If I can get a clear shot, I will try to take this dude out. There we go. Alright, so that's that. That was not my spotting, which was strange. So that's probably about all we're going to get out of this position. Maybe a cheeky shot on something as the ST1 YOLOs to his death. There's an EBR wondering what on earth this guy is doing, as are all of us, I mean. I will take that shot. And then I will do what the G-SOAR does. This is good. So, get the gun over here. Probably not going to use the rest of this particular game unless I can get somebody to come help me. So we're going to continue to play, obviously. We'll see you on the next game, unless I don't get out of this. I will say this before we go. This is one of the massive problems with this tank. It is very top-heavy, and it does have a huge tendency to do this kind of garbage when you drive up on a rock. It is unbelievably annoying. I'm just coming back real quick. That EBR came up, parked next to me, looked around, and drove off. Son of a gun. Oh my gosh. Okay, next game. I actually got a shot in. We won that game. I stayed on my side the whole time. A EBR 105 came by and did not push me over. It almost looked like he was looking at me. Didn't help me. The T-54 said you're screwed, but didn't bother to come from his camping spot on the back edge of the map. He was up on the back edge camping. That was awesome. So we ended up winning. This, not as good a scout map as the other one, actually. We'll see what we can do. The dangers of doing this live. But at least you know that I'm playing it by not commenting on it, so I'll try to talk about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm going to try to get up here and take a fairly forward position. There's a 1390. There's no arty. That is unfortunate. There's a considerable amount of mediums at the high end. The 140, the 907, the Patton, the Leopard, lots of fast tanks, and I'm not getting a whole bunch of sniper help here, so we'll come up here and see what we can do. The enemy CVS is a concern. I did not put my camo on again, so I blew that. Okay, so I found some guys. Here we go. These dudes are crossing. I don't see the 13-190. 907 might be just pushing in. And if he does, just, yeah. So we're just going to take that shot and get out of here. So we've got to bail, unfortunately. And I may get shot in the back by this 907. Depends on how aggressive he is. All four of them back there in the corner. There isn't any artillery, so I'm going to try to be cheeky right here. Hang out here in case he comes around that corner, sneak a shot and back out. But they pushed up. That's quite unfortunate. So I feel like I'm probably going to get proxy lit if I do come up there too far. In fact, I can't go up that hill without being proxy lit. 5120 coming. We're getting beat up. This is already looking really bad. None of our guys are aggressive enough to come up here and try to stuff them. We did kill their AE phase 1. That's a good thing. So the heavies look like they might be having a better time of it. I don't like doing this, but I'm kind of stuffed. I don't have a whole lot of options here. I'm just going to take a peek this way and see if there's anybody hanging out over here. I don't have a shot on the T-30 or the T-95. Is the Leopard going to give me a shot? Got way far. Wow, that just hurts. You know what I mean? It just there's nothing you can do about stuff like that. I was way out to get the shot and just snapped that off, didn't he? Okay, so we got to get out of here. This is going to be difficult. I'll be lucky if I... Oh, there's a Foch. Does he see me? I can tell. Okay. Patton's coming at us. Oh, there we go. Fire, but he used his kit. Maybe the other Leopard can finish him off. 5120's moving up. What's he doing? We're getting pushed from multiple directions, so I'm gonna get out of here. I got lit, unfortunately. Let's come back around here and see if we can add in. I've got APCR, so that's okay. In terms of pen. Got a piece of him, that's nice. He actually missed for a wonder. So he's going back. We have blunted that attack quite a bit. The 907 is the big threat right now. Yeah, T-30 is gonna get beat up, I think. That is unfortunate, and I'm absolutely going to get hit. Okay, got away. Somehow. Okay, Charfucher is dead. Feel bad about abandoning those guys. There's just not much I can do against the 907. I got to get out of here. Sorry, T-30. Feel bad about that. I didn't have a lot of options, though. Yeah, I took the T-30 down. Alright, I think I'm going to go sit in this bush. Try to let them know when these guys are coming, if they're coming. Yep. unfortunate. He's definitely pushing in to try to take me out. He seems super mad, you know what I mean? Come around that way. Okay, let's get out of here. It's unfortunate. Just hit me with HE, didn't he? Son of a gun. Down, unfortunately. Oh crap, that's no good. That is really, really unfortunate. It's just got me pinned.
Enemy armor is damaged. Ready to fire.
This thing can't turn for shit. Ah! But that guy just chased me down, man. Would not leave me the frick alone. Alright, we got 1,354. Did not go how I wanted it to. Oh, and he shuts down the 5120. So the 907 overpowered gift tank is going to win the game there. That is unfortunate. Well, there you go. So that's the GSOR. The other weakness, as I am now reminded, and this is for most of the British light tanks, is the turn radius. The turn rate is horrible on them, and you're going to get in situations like that. I just couldn't even get turned around. Not that I probably would have survived the shot anyway, but getting stopped certainly hurt me from having any kind of chance to do it. Not helpful when the foes showed up, and they're all gone. All right. Decided to do 1390. Let's see if we can get at least one decent scout game out of 3. So far, we've got a tip, a loss with not much of anything going on. I'll tell you, if you get a team with when your mediums and stuff, they all go up and they sit that far back and they're unable to stop a push like that. Add into that a good player in an overpowered tank and you can be in big trouble. I'm running food. I changed this up. I've got a CVS, I've got optics, I've got food. What else do I have? CVS, optics, food, and I don't have the low noise. You know what? I don't know. I'm going to have to look at it. I don't remember what I put on it, my friends. Alright, otherwise we have another 1390 is the only other scout we've got to worry about. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually try to get right up here and not be seen. Did that happen? No, it didn't. Son of a gun. Not what I wanted. So the other 1390 is probably there, or something that's extremely fast. There's no Artie, which is nice. Okay. There we go. Nuke that guy, fellas. There we go. Come on, dudes. Oh, only one hit. It was a big hit. That's nice. There's another dude. Shoot him.
Let's find another target.
Oof, nobody shot him. This 110-3 pushes me. I'm in trouble. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to do about this game anymore, dudes. It just doesn't matter. He's just driving and he hits me. And then there's a charioteer right there, so why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Can you? It's crazy, isn't it? Like how unlucky I can get. Wow. I don't know, fellas. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, man. It's awesome. So, their 1390 is dead. In all that action, I had a kind of a hard time keeping track of what the hey was going on. We're going to try to take a peek over here. Oops, tree down. That was not very smart. That lets them know someone's coming. We'll find if somebody's tucked up here. Yes, no, maybe so. No. There's the Foch 155. Really wish that guy wouldn't go there. Wonder if he got lit. Okay. Looking at the middle, there's still a T-54 there. You know, there's a Barask here. I'm not really jazzed about that. Here comes the JPZ. Shit, that's not good. I don't think he saw me, actually. Didn't see me. That's awesome. That is awesome. Let's not get proxy lit by now. Let's just take a peek over here. Oh, there's a 130.
Enemy armor is hit.
Where's that guy looking? There's the Barask right there. Come on, baby. Come around the corner. Come on. Alright, we've got some shots into him. Oh, look out, Tiger 2. Very nice. Let's push up here so we can find the Su-130. And they're all raging in. So let's see if I can get out ahead of them and get some spots. Probably not, because it looks like the Amex is ahead of everyone there. On in. This is going to get me shot, I bet. Nope. They all low? A low spot over here? Maybe. I guess they went to town, eh? There we go, there's one right there. Reloader, move around. Avoid getting tapped by one of these guys. There's still some big tanks left. They're all over there now. Let's move around this BZ and see if we can't get some cheeky shots in there. 4 seconds. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. I can't avoid those guys. I can't avoid the snaps. He had 0 zoom in. He just turned his turret and shot me. It nailed me. Naturally. But we did get 5,666 assist, 1,749, and I think there was some fun chatting as everybody was yelling. Let's see. Oh, no, not talking about my AMX. Talking about, yeah. Okay, so we got some cryassing going on. There you go. Maybe I changed my mind. I don't know. All right, back in the garage on that one. We've got, oh, I forgot to unclick that. Oops, oh well. We'll just apply it anyway. It'll go to the crew, that's fine. So we got a class 1 out of it. We ended up with 1,749 damage, 5,666 assist. Snapped by the VZ, of course. I can't avoid those shots, guys. You've seen it. Those hit me. Those hit me so much. It's incredible. So we got that all sorted out. All right, so that's the end of it. We got 3 games. Well, 2.5, really. I had to suffer through sitting there watching my tank, my G-SOAR on the side. I'm still calling it for the G-SOAR, my friends. I still like it as a pure scout. This thing is a monster. That was a good setup for it. It was able to use its vision and its speed and its gun a little bit, so I chipped in a little bit of damage towards the end. Still dangerous. I did eat a moving E110 E3 shot, even though he was just aiming at the very top of my turret, and I had a bunch of cover. And then I got snapped by the VZ. So as long as I can avoid people actually pushing the left mouse button in my general direction, I can usually stay alive. But if they point that barrel anywhere near me and click the left button, it's going to hit. That's all I'm saying. It's not a particularly good crew either. They do have brothers in arms, but otherwise, the commander's decent. The other 2 are not amazing. Let's unclick this right now. So there you go. Let me know what you think. What is your favorite Tier 9 light tank and why, and whether you agree with me calling it for the G-SOAR with a close runner-up on the 1390. Again, it's my rules. Even though I did so much better in the 1390, we're going to stick with the G-SOAR. I just really like that tank. That's all I've got. We will see ya.